Hey everybody, it's CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees. That's right, Friday the 13th, part 6. And you're listening to thescenesnobs.com.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Tuesday night. It is the Scene Snobs Podcast. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, of the Scene Snobs, of course. And one special thing I would really like to point out is that this is episode 299. That's right, 299 episodes of the Scene Snobs Podcast since we started on October 6th, 2019. And I am super excited to announce that next Tuesday night on Halloween, October 31st, we will have our 300th episode. We're going to have guests. We're going to have games. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Please make sure to jump in. It all starts at 9 p.m. next week. 9 p.m. We're going late because I'm also doing Sturdy Show right before, so you're going to be seeing a lot of me that night. But come join us. We're all going dressed up. That's right. There's going to be costumes, and we're all going to be in them. And we are going to be dressed up as our most hated movie characters or most hated movie, a character from our most hated movies. So join in. Let's have a really good time. But before we get started, I have a wonderful guest here tonight. She's a friend. She's my co-host on Horror Conversations. If you're not watching that, you've got a problem there because it's awesome. And she is just generally an amazing person. And I'm going to bring her on right now. Destini, how are you?
It's true. Hi, I'm good. How are you?
You are the demon queen of everything. It's true.
I didn't pick that. Steph picked that. She probably regrets it now, but it's there. It's forever.
It's forever. I'm getting you a t-shirt that says that.
I was thinking about modifying one of the Carolina Fear Fest shirts, like the one I made you, but like put Demon Queen of Everything on the back, or add it to one of the ones I have. Because it's just a demon right now.
It has your main work shirt should be that.
My main work shirt is covered in paint, like all the rest of my clothes, except for this one. I dressed up for you. See.
I know you're in a tuxedo. It looks amazing. Thank you.
I bought this shirt a million years ago because I was obsessed with The Godfather when I was like in high school. Yes. So I bought this shirt because it made me think of that. I'd barely wear it.
I love that you said that because I've been watching, weirdly enough, during the month of October, I have been watching a lot of The Godfather.
Really?
It's on Pluto.
It's kind of horror, but it's not really horror.
It's horrific, that's for damn sure. And I know a lot of guys like that, but up in Jersey, there's a lot of us. So not me, I'm kidding. But I've been watching a lot of Godfather. So it is kind of funny that is a big movie in your life, especially in high school.
Well, I wanted to be in film, so it was like watch the classics kind of thing. Like I found a list of like 100 classic movies and tried to watch a bunch of them.
Did you?
I watched a bunch of them. I've seen a lot of the classics. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. What are some classics that you haven't seen and then maybe you're on the fence about?
There were quite a few that I was supposed to watch during film school that I just like, it was so boring that I just couldn't. Like I remember The Thin Blue Line was one of them. That was one of those like you should watch it because it's like a cinematic achievement, but it was also super boring. So I didn't really finish
a war movie?
I don't even remember. I thought it was more of a cop movie.
Oh, maybe it was. I don't remember that one.
Maybe it wasn't called The Thin Blue Line.
No, there was a 1988 film called The Thin Blue Line. Documentary film. Holy crap. That's crazy.
That's the one.
I get that.
Cops.
I'm a big fiend for documentaries, but they have to be certain types of documentaries. Like I'm not staring at birds for an hour and a half. That's just not me. But for actually to get into that a little bit more and talk about the film and getting into film, what were some of the movies that inspired you to like want to maybe not recreate what they're doing, but like inspire you to do something similar?
Not exactly film, but unsurprising to no one, I was obsessed with CSI as a kid. Like stayed up late past bedtime to watch it, right? And I obviously really loved all the gore and stuff and like how did they do that? So that doesn't really surprise. Here we are. Movies though, I don't know. I liked everything. I liked a lot of things. Obviously the Harry Potter movies were big.
Those
But
are, I
that's
mean,
because,
those are
yeah,
huge cinematic achievements right there. Like they did a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So yeah, I
Not
mean, for
much in the
me,
way of like good practical effects in those, though. It's mostly CGI.
yeah, they can. Well, weren't the candles practical or were they? Well, I know the floating was CGI, but I thought for
I
some reason I had
don't
heard they
know.
had hung it might, and the flames might have been CGI, but I thought they actually had hung candles.
I'm pretty sure it's part of the set because in the studio tour in Leaves
Hmm.
Den, in the UK, they are there in the set. Like they're hung from the ceiling in the set.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
And
what I
I'm
kind of
pretty
figured.
sure that that was the same rig that they used in the movies, or it's meant to be.
Jesus. I see. I get into him with my kid, and he's super into him, which is actually kind of funny. And now he's been watching The Godfather with me, and he's like super into that.
Aw.
It is. It's like, and it's funny because I'm like, this is a story about family, and you're gonna sit and you're gonna know what happens to this
Oh
family.
no. Oh no. What a horrible way to put it.
Then as soon as you get to the end, you just grab him by the lapels and you're like, "Don't cross me, don't
Oh
cross me."
no. You might be a terrible
No,
father.
no open threats towards children. That's for sure. But yeah, no. So watching, I remember when I was going to film school, I was really nervous. I was like always into film, so like I always try to watch whatever I could, and I liked a lot of the classics. But there was a lot that like I was going to film school. And I was like, if I don't watch this, I'm gonna feel like I shouldn't be there. And then
Yeah.
finally
Yeah.
getting there. So I don't I know what list you're talking about. I think you're talking about the AFI list.
Probably. It was either that or IMDb. Just like,
Oh, that's right.
top
IMDb.
100 movies to watch before you die kind of thing.
See,
Fight
what
Club was
killed,
also a really big one for me when I was younger. I really loved that movie.
I don't like
Um,
Fight Club.
why?
It's just listen, I respect what it did. I respect a lot about it. And I think it's good writing. It's just it didn't resonate. It's purely it didn't resonate with me like it did everybody else. Like Seven did. I love Seven.
Oh, another good one. Yeah.
But for some reason, Fight Club just and every time I tell people they don't like it, like some people like want to go into a Fight Club, they get mad about that movie, and I'm like, I respect it. I've got no issues with it. I don't think it's bad writing, bad acting, nothing. I think it's a great film. It just for some reason is not a go-to. I
Mm.
don't know why that is, but there's some movies I'm like, nah.
I haven't seen it in a really long time. I probably should rewatch it.
It's probably the same for me, like Sound of Music. I hate that fucking movie so much.
Oh wow, I thought you said you liked it. No, I don't like it.
I
It's so boring. That and
I
Les
think
Mis, like everybody loves Les Mis. So boring. Just
the play was really
why?
good. I like
Maybe
live stage.
live.
Live stage
Maybe.
production does it for me
Yeah.
because I love watching the sets.
That's true. That's valid. And I've seen quite a few Broadway shows. I think the best set was Wicked. The entire stage was built into a clock, and there were actually actors like up above in the clock at some points.
I like that a lot.
And actually, Cursed Child had amazing sets and effects. Obviously, blah blah. J.K. Rowling sucks, but yeah, no, the sets were
Yeah.
amazing. And there were like really cool whole theater tricks with lighting that would happen. Like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like stuff was happening behind me. It was really crazy. It was really good. But Wicked and Phantom of the Opera also had amazing sets.
Yeah,
Fucking
Phantom of the Opera.
Candelabra. Yeah.
You can get some really cool creepy effects in that play too. I love
Mhm.
it. I don't know if you know this. That's where that's how I started. Like when I
In theater?
graduated, I started in the theater because I went to I went to a college. I didn't go to class, but whatever. And they didn't have a film program and they had theater. And I was like,
Close
sure. I was
enough.
like, I liked doing plays in high school. I was like, I'll do this. And it was just a whole new eye-opening world. And it made me just appreciate so much more. So like I did a lot of stage management and stuff like that.
Same. All through high school.
Well, you're a stage manager. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm an assistant stage manager. I know what I am. I know what I am.
My assistant stage manager was not an assistant stage manager. I remember there was one time that she just bawled her eyes out on the headset because one little thing went wrong. And I had already fixed it and it was fine. And she's just sitting there. I'm like watching her across the stage crying. And I'm like, turn your mic off. If you're going to sit there and cry, turn the mic off because you're helping no one.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
yeah, that was actually the first time I ever did true set design too, because I also did an entire like 16-foot backdrop for that show. It was Brigadoon,
Oh my
and
god!
I painted the Scottish Highlands, like hillsides, like villages, on this giant 16-foot backdrop.
I bet that
I
was
also
nice.
painted an entire. I was young. It would have been better if I did it today, but
Oh,
yeah, I
you
also
always
painted an
get
entire
better.
pirate ship once for Pirates
Destiny
of
is a
Pangasius.
is a very talented artist. So if you're watching and listening, you should go check out her stuff at Visual Destiny. Everything's linked below, by the way, so you can go check her
Oh,
out.
thank you.
But yeah, like, and I'm glad we got to talk about this because I never really got to talk about theater. I have no theater geeks. Like I have my old friend theater geeks, but they don't do this. So
Well,
I don't get to talk about it. I love it. I love just the atmosphere and the world of the theater. But you reminded me, I did a play one time. I can't remember the name of the play. I was assistant stage manager because again, that was my job. That was what I was good at. And it had like the sawmill. Not it wasn't Brigadoon. Brigadoon reminded me of it because it was like that old timey like I'm gonna get away with it.
I'm pretty sure that's way more modern than Brigadoon. Brigadoon is much older than that, but go ahead.
True.
Sawmill. I
What
don't know a
like
show with
Dastard?
Sawmill.
Who is it? Dastard.
Dudley Dastard
Dirk
Dudson
Dastard or
guy.
whatever.
Yeah.
Him,
Yeah,
like
something.
those types of people, and like the Dudley Do Rights farm boy comes in and saves the day, and
Mhm.
the pretty girl, and one of them we had a sawmill stand we built, and it had like a turning thing. Like the guys who built it, it was amazing. And
Yeah.
she was supposed to lay on it, and they were gonna like throw rope over or whatever, and they did, and it got stuck on the other side. So she could, and she was like in character, and the thing started going wild. It was
Oh
starting to
no.
go crazy and started smoking. And she's like, guys, and they're just doing the scene. So I just ran out with my shoe and stuck it right in.
Oh, no. You used your shoe of all things. You like took your shoe off and then ran on stage.
When you have a size 18 shoe, you would be very surprised how many things it can destroy.
Yeah,
Just
that's valid. That's hilarious.
it just reminded me, like, I don't know why Brigadoon reminded me, because it's like old timey. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I, I
historically
don't
set, I guess.
I don't remember when Brigadoon took place.
I don't
I'm
know
not,
either. I don't remember.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm a little high.
Girl, you
And
always are.
I am. No, I'm not always. Only at night. Only when I do this stuff. Never when I'm in
I don't
charge.
know when this is set in.
I think it's set in like the 20s okay, here's what I'm basing on. I haven't seen Brigadoon since I'm like 8, probably.
The play
And
itself is from 1947, and then it was a movie in 1954. So maybe it's just like
yeah,
the 40s, like set generically in that time period
it
that it
could
was
be,
written in.
or I
Yeah.
thought he was from the 40s, but then he found himself in a town in like the 20s or something, or like the turn in the century.
I think you're mixing Outlander with Brigadoon.
No,
I don't think there's time travel in Brigadoon.
I'm pretty sure. No, because I'm
hunting trip
thinking
from
of
New York.
Brigadoon. No, I'm telling you. I and now it might not be the play. I'm just gonna go with the film here. Don't. Is it a book too?
No, that's Outlander.
Was Brigadoon ever made into a movie? Yeah, 1954.
New
dummy.
Yorkers travel to Scottish Highlands on a game hunting vacation and get lost.
Yeah, but I thought they got lost.
Oh
in the
shit.
past.
Do they really get lost in the past?
I bet you they do. I'm telling you. Yeah, years in 100,
hear-
200 years in the past, as if they were still living 200 years in the past. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What the hell is going on in this movie? In which people harbor a mysterious secret and behave as if they were still living 200 years in the past.
Oh, the town disappeared. It's like a town without time. That's what it is. It's not time travel.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
it's like Wakanda. Like they're like, their own little entity beyond the rest of the world. Yeah.
I don't know if it's 100% like Wakanda.
No,
but
not you know what I
kinda.
mean. They're standalone. They're not on the same realm necessarily.
They're not
like,
technologically advanced in any way.
No, it's the
Gene
opposite.
Kelly
They're,
had to
they're
show them how
in
to
the
dance.
past. Oh, I guess then Wonder Woman's world. What I forget what it's called.
Scalia. I can never say it right. I can never. I
Because
did
that one's like stuck in the past, like time, like frozen, but in the past.
I just
Which
did the
makes no
season-
sense.
and none of it makes sense. But like I just did the season 1 finale of Warp Factor Fiction the other day, which comes
Yeah.
out this week, and I could not say anything from Star Trek right. The episode is just my son correcting me on every pronunciation of everything. And I was like,
That's
oh, man.
perfect.
I was like, this is terrible. I was like, I'm really getting this wrong. He's like, yeah, you're not doing well. They keep throwing, I know Klingons and Romulan, they keep throwing lobs at me. Not lobs, curveballs at me. I don't know. Whatever. Talk about the Godfather.
I need to rewatch that movie too. I need to rewatch that movie too.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Mm.
As somebody who's a fan of theater, what movie that's never been a play do you think would make a good play? Because they're starting to do that more and more with everything.
That's Donnie Darko.
Say it. I want to say. You almost said that was a great question.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great. It's ironic. It's a great question, and it's also ironic because I was just wearing a Donnie Darko shirt the other day, and somebody said, "Oh, is that a Donnie Darko shirt?" And I was like, "No, it's Harvey, which is a play about a bunny that follows a man around, which is very similar to Donnie Darko, right?" So I thought it would be really hilarious. I was just thinking that the other day if there was a Donnie Darko play.
That would be a good one because I mean,
can you imagine the weird effects you could do, where he just like appears?
You know what
the crazy lighting.
It's funny if I think about a movie, my brain, like if you give me a number, I can. All right,
I can give you a couple numbers based on Donnie Darko.
Here's the stupid way my brain works because I've done so many goddamn budgets. You give me a number, and I have a picture in my head of what that movie will look like, right?
A number?
Yeah, like
any given number.
Okay, if all right, take this movie, pitch me a story or whatever, and then say, and I want to do it for like $10 million. I know what that picture will look like. But if you tell me $10,000, I know what that movie's going to look like.
You're going to help me with this, by the way, because I'm going to need those services at some point.
No problem.
Because I don't need a budget. I can make anything happen with no money at all. So
all that. Jesus,
give me a budget.
It'd be a directing dream for a producer. Because no director I've ever produced for has ever said that. So I will say this though: I can look at a play and
no idea how much money went into it.
No idea how much should go into this, but if I think about it and you throw ideas out and you're like, I want to do Donnie Darko, I think about it in terms of like community college or local playhouse type of level.
Okay,
that's what I mean. There's like no. I've been to Broadway shows. I've been to many Broadway shows.
Those big budgets, yeah.
That level behind the scenes, so it's like I don't know where it would go.
I don't know. I'm picturing this Donnie Darko play being very like simple until it's not. Like at the end, it needs to not be simple, and I feel like the biggest expense there would be the suit, would be the bunny suit, the Frank suit. Right? It'd have to be really good. And lighting would be really good, really important. But like you don't even really need much in the way of sets because it's modern day, you got a wall and a bed, like you got the little school facade. Like you don't need like a lot, he's outside a lot, so
yeah,
I don't think any of the sets. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like not until the end, then you've got a really big special effects budget that you gotta figure out. I'm gonna have to rewatch this movie and think about this specifically because I think it would make a really weird play.
I might have to look at it. I think it'd actually work. Again, that's another movie that didn't resonate with me. Again, fully respect it. Everything about it's great. It just didn't resonate with me. So, like, although, again, I don't call movies like that that say they suck, but I just say I don't like them. You know what I mean? You're ready to like turn me off. I get it.
No, I'm annoyed that there's this like line across my glasses and it's the bar across the Chrome browser because that's the only thing in the room that's bright. It's just like the white stripe of the. It's really annoying.
I love it. Yeah. So like something like that, like Donnie Darko, I think could really work as a play. I think it would do really well.
Yeah, because I think the acting is really important in it.
Yeah,
and honestly, Jake Gyllenhaal did amazing in that movie.
Yeah, he really did. I will say this too. I think American Psycho would make a good play. That could be an interesting one. And you could play the music in it, and it could be more musical kind.
And the front row gets ponchos.
Oh, they should.
Yes, let's do it.
When he runs around with the chainsaw and it's just
It's
whipping
just like
blood up.
blowing blood at everybody. It'd be amazing.
Call us, whoever owns the rights. We're gonna do the play.
Yeah. I can do the effects and probably the directing and probably the makeup and probably the costumes and probably the sets.
I can be the assistant stage manager.
Yay!
It's just Destiny putting on the play, and I'm like, all right, where's everybody?
That's better. Look, I fixed it. I changed my Chrome thing, and it's not quite as bad. What's this thing? Is that you? That's you. Oh my God, you're so bright.
Sorry, I left the hall light on. I do that sometimes. I get scared, I'm down in the basement by myself. I will say, I'm excited for this. I really want to see an American Psycho musical now. All
right, Angie, start writing, babe. No, she can hear me though. She can hear me through the connection that we share.
Get writing. I'm going not Hollywood.
She has been writing. She just shared with me one of her novels that's partially done, and it's so good, and I'm so excited about it.
I'm very happy I can't wait to read it. I'm very happy for her.
It's gonna be great.
She's very nice. I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's a good influence on you. Good egg.
Why? Ew, I'm such a bad influence on her.
Exactly. She's a good influence on you. It's like the devil
great
and
because
the
she's
angel.
really nice, and I'm people, and she can talk to people, and I cannot. And then they think we're both nice because she's nice enough for the both of us. It's great.
Listen, I'm telling you, all I know is you guys are like the demon queen of everything and the angel queen of everything, and you guys get together and then put on plays about American. Oh my God. I can't wait till you figure out your name for your thing, for your fucking production company.
Yeah. We have one we really like, but it was kind of taken by somebody else, but it's a completely different industry. They haven't actively used it in 3 years. And I'm thinking it doesn't matter. I'm thinking
they don't have it
registered.
Doesn't matter. If they
exactly.
don't have it registered, you register it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Go for it.
I don't know if she's
say it right now out loud so somebody can register it.
No.
All right, tell me in my ear, and I won't say it. I promise. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
No, you don't have to tell me. I was just I'll know when you do it. Oh, okay, you told me. Oh shit, I like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Sand
magical.
Dune Studios.
That's not what it is.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's messed up. Oh my God. All right. I did want to talk to you a little bit more, and I'm glad you brought up Brigadoon, and we start talking about.
You mean Outlander? Yeah.
Outlander is. All right. Here's my problem. Oh my God, you're gonna get me on a rant. You had to bring up Outlander.
You almost got me on a rant.
Yeah, I know. You should just
freaking Wonder Woman. I'll be so mad about that.
Why? It was great. It was a cinematic brilliance.
Are you gonna say cinematic achievement for the third time in this episode?
I haven't said cinematic achievement. Go back to the tapes. Where are we at? I didn't say that many times, did I?
We both said it once. Hi, baby. My dog really wants to go
We
out.
did talk about The Godfather. We did.
Yeah.
We talked about
it was relevant. It was relevant. Okay, so Brigadoon.
No. You brought up Brigadoon, so it got me thinking, and I wanted to talk about this as part of the topics tonight. Was art direction in movies, because I feel like that is not talked about enough. And production design and art direction, for anybody who doesn't know and is listening, production design is the ones who really build out the plans for everything and how everything will look and what's going to go into it. The art director is the one that steps in and makes it look like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Very first, okay, so one of the most specific styles of movies, Wes Anderson. Yes. All of his movies have this dreamy pastel quality. The lighting is very neutral but perfect. I literally was like, you know what? I don't know who does the art direction for him, or if he's had multiple art directors and they just fit his aesthetic. So I Googled Wes Anderson, and the very first thing that comes up is art direction.
Yeah.
That's the first suggested thing. Wes Anderson's go-to art director is Carl Sprague.
Probably, yeah, that sounds about right. Probably a German guy, because that's everything's symmetrical. And a lot of people are probably like, what is about the Germans? And it's like, relax, I'm not going back to World War II. It's a good thing. So the cinematography of the German country is very nuanced, and it influences a lot of the countries around it.
In Germany?
Yeah, more so now because their film production has risen quite a bit. And
Oh,
of
I see what
course,
you're saying.
there's and Germany always had for a long time had a very good film department of sorts, film industry of sorts. So to say this right, their influence was heavily off of like Russian, even Polish helped, in the early days. But when Germany started spanning out and building more, they've made some of the great filmmakers of all time in cinematography and art direction and things like that. And we see a lot of work from people all over Eastern Europe in Hollywood doing their
Okay.
thing. I know I'm going off.
No, my dog wants to go out. She decided she wanted to go out at exactly 7:05, and she has been sick. So I don't want to make her wait. So I'm going to
You
turn
go
my
for it.
camera off, but I'll be able to hear you because I'm wireless. Okay. I'll be right
Sounds
back.
good. All right, I'll leave you on.
Keep talking
So
about Germany and art direction.
I know I'm really getting very in depth here, and I blame you. So Germany has a lot of influence on a lot of different things in terms of filmmaking and its styles. So it's so weird just talking to nobody, but going, and the reason I say that is like when you watch a Wes Anderson style film, there's a lot of German influence, a lot of other influence too, Russian influence. I see he could correct me on this if he wants to come on the show, but I see a lot of Italian influence in his as well and other things. It's kind of all over the place, but I definitely see a big German influence there. And so I would love to, look more into this particular art director's body of work and what they've done.
Carl Sprague.
Carl Sprague, yeah, because I guarantee he's put up many different looks because Wes Anderson is so in depth about his look and what he wants.
Yeah.
It's he
Apparently,
draws it out. He knows what he wants.
apparently he's worked on over 30 movies, including Wes Anderson's, but also Spielberg, Scorsese, Woody Allen. He was on The Social Network, 12 Years a Slave, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Like, there's like a lot of variety there. Some of those are so modern to be compared.
What's his name again? Carl Sprague.
S-P-R-A-G-U-E.
G-U-E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how much the influence of like German filmmaking has to do with technology. Because they tend to be kind of front runners in technological
I would
stuff.
actually I would argue more. I mean, I'm sure I know of stories where it comes to camera technology that was built or things or add-ons that Germany has really influenced and helped. A lot of the big time technological advancements really still come from America, and they still come from the UK and stuff like that, like the more powerful countries. One of the ones that are really stepping up too and have made amazing technological advancements that we don't talk about is India with Bollywood, and Russia. Actually, Russia has been building up, but besides Hollywood, of course, the biggest is probably China as their film industry. Not even just because of the amount of people, but just what they produce. So, I mean, I gotta imagine China would be a front runner for technology as well. I'd have to look into it. That's a great question, though. I really like that one. That's got me thinking a little.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much about where technology comes from, like any specific given camera or. Are you frozen?
No, I'm here. I was looking up this Carl Sprague guy because
I think your
it
camera
shows
is
that he
frozen.
worked. It is.
Oh yeah, it's being all choppy.
Ow! Bounce back, stupid camera. Ugh, I blame you. Oh no, you might be frozen.
Well, I have
I'd have no idea if you are or not. So, yeah. So thinking about that, like, I got into the Carl Sprague thing because I saw that he did the art direction for La La Land, and then when you take Wes Anderson versus La La Land, that's a huge difference.
It is, but it also has that very like ethereal, dreamy quality that they both tend to have. Though obviously
Mm.
La La Land is much more modern day and it's in a city. It's not a made up fantasy location
Yeah.
like
You
all
know
of
what?
Wes Anderson's big ones.
Amazing ones. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because he also worked on The Social Network.
Yeah,
And
which is also
that,
very modern and day, like boring as far as the set, like
yeah,
the locations.
the thing I liked about it was that the sets, not just in the look on the cinematography, but like everything they're wearing, all that stuff, like that was a really well put together movie to make it that bland.
Which one? Oh, the
Uh,
Social Network.
Social Network, yeah. I mean, but just to see like that's a big difference in work though, to go from The Social Network, which is dark tones and kind of boring, like you said, backgrounds. It really makes the characters pop.
It's trying to
Then
make it more dramatic than it actually was.
it's fair.
Than real
Um,
life was, I mean.
no, but yeah, I like that though, because then he goes to Wes Anderson, and Wes Anderson's just zany,
Pink.
and there's
A
a lot
lot
of
of
pink,
pink.
a lot of pink, a lot of pink.
Did you watch Wes Anderson's shorts, the one about the man who could see without his eyes? There were
No,
a couple like short films. I can't remember who the author was. They were like adaptations of short stories. It was really
no,
good, is my point.
I'll check that out for sure. I love watching their old short films. If you ever want to watch a good shorts or for filmmaking, and they're actually music videos, but watch Michel Gondry's videos. Another really stylized guy. Um, he did what was it? One where he forgets his girlfriend,
Oh,
Kate Winslet
Eternal
and Jim Carrey.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, and like Be Kind,
Yeah.
Rewind, and like he was such a brilliant force. Like, because he started out doing music videos, and he did some of the most famous music videos. So going back, like watching those is just wonderful to watch filmmaking wise. And I don't know that he broke the mold in terms of technology, but definitely in terms of shots and a lot of things. He really he messes with the camera in such an amazing way. I like this. I'm actually glad I get to talk about filmmaking. I get to do that often on this show. But yeah, no, I love it though. Oh man. That's it. That's the thing though. You're back. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, she's not. She's all right.
Oh, I'm
The dog.
sorry,
The
pup.
dog's all right.
Let her rest. Let her relax. Stop messing with her
Yeah.
and kicking her out. So yeah, so talking about that and talking about art, and because you're an artist, I really wanted to get into, your take on those. Because so you talk about Donnie Darko. So as an artist, if this is a play, what are you doing in your mind building the set? Now let's take money out of the equation. You can do anything. Like, what do you see for it? What would be your vision for something like that?
This particular movie, I think, is so what's the word I'm looking for? Cerebral?
Hmm.
That I almost want it to like not really have sets, like it's happening in his head and in your head. Like I know there's a part when they're at a movie theater, and I think it would be amazing if they just popped up in the audience and acted the scene from the seats. So they're
Oh,
like literally in the audience with you, and obviously not everybody's going to be able to see what's going on. So the stage could almost become the movie theater screen, showing you the scene that's happening right next to you, or like 3 aisles up.
that'd
Like
be interesting.
I feel like that's the kind of thing you would want to do with this movie because it's so like mental. It's insane. It's weird.
It'd be kind of cool to build out the set almost like it was a brain. Like you're looking at the inside of a brain.
Hmm.
Something like outlines too. I'm not saying like an actual physical brain, like covering
Right.
them, but something outlined that always makes you kind of feel like you're inside this guy's head at all times.
Like the stage coming off into the theater part, like some kind of set, like decoration set design that's
Yeah.
bringing the stage and the theater kind of together.
I would almost make it the like an outline is set wise, or even like in the if you do a backdrop, make an outline of what a brain is, and then just kind of have, I don't want to say veins, but like those things like you see when you go all through the brain,
Tendrils,
tendrils, something like
kind
that,
of.
like coming out into the audience almost to make you feel like you're like encapsulated into it.
There's also a lot of scenes that are outside at night, so I feel like the entire set would just be one street lamp that is all the lighting for the scene. Obviously, there's some lights from the front so you can see their faces, but like that heavy shadow, like alone at night kind of feeling. And
Could do
his
that.
bedroom, and I think a couple times he's at school or in the bathroom. Easy,
Well,
right?
yeah,
Like
you
there's
got
a
to deal with
mirror. He's acting
Swayze
into the mirror.
characters, I call them. So you have the
Swayze?
school portions of it. Yeah, Swayze played the teacher, the pedophile teacher.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was a role they did not want him to take,
Probably not.
and he was like, "No, I get to act in it. I don't have to take off my shirt and beat people up." Roadhouse.
Or dance.
There's a play for you. Let's
Dirty
do
Dancing would
Roadhouse.
play. Oh.
No, Roadhouse. It's all a play about a bouncer. Come on, let's do it. They did a movie.
If money is no option and I can control how the theater looks, I would paint the entire thing with black 3.0, that paint that absorbs all light. So you were literally like spaceless, like you can't see the walls because they're just pitch black. And the
Jeez.
entire stage has the bunny head outline like the poster. So you're literally looking through the bunny skull like face onto the stage. Yeah, no, it'd be freaking weird. It'd be so cool. Hey, if anybody wants to fund this,
It's creeping
don't
me
look
out.
up the price of Black 3.0, please. But trust me when I tell you it's essential.
How much is it?
It's like little bottles are like $30.
Oh man, Jesus Christ! They don't make anything bigger.
I'm pretty sure you could get it wholesale in like buckets, but like, yeah, it's like specially made paint.
Jesus.
There's
That would
videos
be
of people painting like little rooms, like little cube rooms, and then trying to stand in it, and they just go insane. So
Oh, I want to do that. I used to go floating.
kind of like that. I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
there's more.
you're sensory deprivation.
$44 now.
That's pretty crazy. Don't do it.
$229 for 33 ounces for a liter.
Well, welcome to hell.
It would be so
Welcome
worth
to
it though, guys.
Just go
It's
get
so
it.
worth- Well, first I need someone to finance this idea of the Donnie Darko play because honestly, I think it would be really good.
Very fair.
I remember one more thing on this before we let it go. In film school, we analyzed the lighting in this movie, and there's a part where you're seeing him in his room, and the horizontal blinds, or no, maybe they're vertical lines. The light shines on him very like linear, and it's meant to show that he's like imprisoned by these thoughts, that he's like trapped by them. So it's meant to look almost like bars of a jail cell. So I feel like you would only need a bed and like a vague bedroom wall shape, and it's lit that way. It's lit with those lines so that it's got that's kind of that same feeling the movie did.
That'd be cool. Yeah, you can
So
do that. Really, you can even do that with lights.
yeah, exactly. It would be easy
Yeah.
to mimic that on stage.
Oh, absolutely.
So the biggest expense would be the black paint. No, just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
And the cast.
Well, you can't do that because you'd have to have a big theater.
That would let me paint the entire thing black.
It'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough sell. That's what I'm saying. So
Hey, some of those big productions though, like I said, Cursed Child, there were full theater stuff happening. They remodeled that entire theater in New York for that. Was it the
that's crazy.
Songbird
Yeah.
Chorus?
I didn't go see that one. I just wasn't so into it. Oh, I do want to. I do have an announcement I have to make though.
Oh yeah, do that.
So, guys, as some of you may know, I was recently in a movie. I was filmed a part in a movie. It was very small. I was an extra in it, but I was a featured extra. I got to do something very cool in it. I'm not going to give it away, but it is in the trailer. But if you guys want to go check it out, down in the description, Dave Kerr's new film, The Slasher Nurse. The trailer is out now. It looks awesome. It feels awesome. And the trailer's here just in time for Halloween. So go check it out because I'm feeling this one's going to be off the hook. So I am very excited. But I get killed in it.
Yay!
So I'm not going to tell you how. You can go find out for yourselves. Wait, what?
What? Yay!
So I do have a link down below, though. Everybody check it out. Wilfredo, what's going on, Wise? How you doing, bud? All right. Well, we are going to wind down because I have to end the show. Unfortunately, I'm on Sturdy's show tonight. And we have a show together on Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yes. So we can talk more about Carolina Fear Fest.
Yep.
Not that I know what we're going to talk about. Oh, we were going to do our costume contest.
Yes. So we'll talk more
So-
about that on Thursday. We're going to get into it. But if you guys are up for it, please join us then. We have a great time doing it. This is
And show us your costumes so we can
yes,
judge them.
please send them to us so we can see them and judge them. But I am super excited about this. Destiny, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. I'm going to do my mixed movie picks tonight. No, let me explain because I'm on Sturdy show tonight, but we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, just thank you so much for coming on tonight and hanging out with me and being a part of it. I'd wish that you'd come on more. I love having you.
I do. I love, like I said, I love coming, and I feel bad that I don't like prepare more or give you any topics or help at all. You just run this shit by yourself, and I feel bad about it, but I also have no idea. And we always end up talking about something cool anyway. So maybe I'll make you a little doc of like all the topics that I can just pull out of my pocket at any given moment.
I'm always fine with that. And then we'll bring you back on for sure. But I just want to say thank you again for joining in. And I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to do the mixed movie picks and then we can get out of here. But I will talk to you on Thursday.
Yep.
All right.
Tell Sturdy I said hi.
I will do. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, thank you so much. And thank you to Destiny for joining me tonight. Like I said, no, let me explain tonight. I'll be coming back with that after next week. Well, I'll be coming back with that. I'll explain next week. But remember, next Tuesday night, it's 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing the Halloween special. It will be live, and it's our 300th episode. So please join in. But right now is mixed movie picks. That's right. Last week's winner, 1989, Little Monsters, was chosen, and then 1951 won this time around. And I'm very excited to say I chose a good one. So from 1951, if you haven't seen it, check out The Man from Planet X. A very cool little sci-fi horror tale that I think you'll really enjoy, and is good for Halloween. It's got some good atmosphere and a lot of fun. But for next time, the years are 1949, 1969, and 1981, and 2000. So we will be putting that up. Remember to vote over in the Snobs Nation Discord or the Snobs Nation Facebook group. I want to say thank you guys again. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you to our sponsor, StubHub, for sponsoring this video and more. Remember to hit like, remember to hit subscribe, remember to hit that bell so you know when we have more shows like this come out and others. So until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Take care.